Hey, I'm Nick, and today I want to talk about the dependency that your brain has with your smartphone and especially social media and how important it is to take yourself away from that and focus more on giving your brain the space it needs in order to function properly. You see, the number one thing that your brain is addicted to, that your brain really enjoys, is dopamine. It loves it and especially loves doing things that get that dopamine quickly. In fact, it's so deep rooted that it's actually in your subconsciousness to want to do things like scroll through social media, and you may even find yourself actively knowing that you shouldn't be on TikTok or Instagram. However, the urge and the emptiness and the feeling and the desire that you need something that's going to light up your brain with dopamine, that's going to light up your brain with dopamine is so strong that you can't help yourself but to grab your phone. And once it's back on that cycle, it's very hard to get off of it. It's very hard to rationalize something being bad while it's actively making you feel good. And so you might even be spending up to hours just mindlessly scrolling before you're actually able to snap yourself out and actually try and get back to doing the things that you actually wanted to do. But by then, you've already wasted so much time of your day. And in fact, just coming off that makes it very hard to actually focus again. Because the problem with dopamine quite and this quick and easy form of it is that it makes it harder for your brain to actually function. Dopamine gives your brain this sort of high that makes it very hard to then take a step back and narrow down your focus to something that you actively want to do. And even the things that are not actually filled with that much dopamine, but just more the act of being on your phone and scrolling through random things that aren't actually making you happy. You may not actually be feeling that this is making you laugh or something like that. That exposure to screens and exposure to random bits of information will still screw up your brain and make it harder to sit down and focus when the time actually comes for it. And like I mentioned, when your brain likes something, it will start to rationalize to not stop it. And that's really where procrastination comes from. And we all know that we really do not want procrastination in our day. We want to be able to tackle the things that need to get done as soon as possible and get through our day. So, what really needs to happen is to stop using our phone in our free time and actually just be left alone with our thoughts instead. And in fact, that should be a new habit of yours in order to consistently stop wasting your time on your phone, having it having that time to yourself to not have anything cluttering your brain and will really let you think and ponder thoughts. And you may, in fact, find answers to things that you were thinking of before or ideas for how you could better approach a problem that you want to get stuck into in a few moments. Now, I don't want to keep on having to repeat myself on how to actually create habits around new things. Of course, visualization and a habit tracker works very well. And in fact, keeping yourself busy and focused on the next task that you want to get done through your day will keep you focused for longer rather than hyping yourself up on quick dopamine and getting yourself distracted and leaving your brain to hyperfixate on that thing even after some time has passed since you've done it. But not only is having that habit of not picking up your phone in the spare time important, but there will, of course, come times where you're going to need to check your phone for important notifications or you are legitimately interested in something that's happening and you actually want to know what's going on. And so you do pick up your phone and you start searching for whatever you wanted to find out. And you may find it in the end, but having your phone in your hand crosses that barrier and makes it a lot easier to end up swiping onto something that's just going to rot your brain again. And that is the importance of actually planning what you're going to do when you pick up your phone before you pick it up. Actually thinking of, I'm going to pick up my phone, check this thing, and then put it down. Having a plan to spend the least time possible on your phone is very important and helps you not accidentally end up wasting even more of your time. But in the end, not using a phone in the spare time is the most important thing to make sure your brain is not in a rut and is constantly seeking dopamine all the time. And if you're still interested in anything to do with productivity tips and tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching where you can book a call in the first link in the description. But until then, I'll see you later.